We're breaking down one video of one swing. We haven't seen it. We don't know the situation. We're just basing it off of what we see on this swing. Both of them are really good swings. Both of them are really good things. Paxton Kling is going to be your starter in center field. This is the first one we're going to break down. So you want to put it on there? Boom. Okay, so we're going to show you fast motion first. Full speed. Oh, we got the double box up top. You may want to move Jared down so you can see him.
Segment brought to you by Leonard.
There you
go. Boom. So
good
that's
rhythm,
Oppo.
like it.
Driven. He likes it. So it's going to be a double. Loves it. Okay. So here's what I like. And you want me to go first, you go second, or do you want to do it together?
You can do it
Let's go together.
Yeah,
okay.
Do it together.
So this is it in a little bit more slow-mo.
Like
so
25%.
when it goes toe touch, I want you to stop.
Yeah. And I'm good. I enjoy watching him have rhythm and going. There's a lot of guys that sometimes get staticky. And rhythm comes from different ways. Like the guys find different ways to get a rhythm going. But what you don't want to be is just completely frozen.
No doubt. Now listen, you have rhythm like you had Gary Sheffield rhythm, right? That's a lot. You have other guys do rhythm with their hands. Like they don't even move their bat. You have some guys kind of
Some guys get it with their feet.
Wiggle.
Some guys get it with their hips.
Right. And so some type of rhythm to kind of, people like to say dance with the pitcher.
Yeah.
Similar, right? Rhythm. Now he loads into his back hip, which I think is huge. Stop. Okay. So he loads down into his back hip and he sees he gets some separation. Now I want to go through the full swing. And I'll tell you what we like mostly about it because the swing's a great swing. Like I said, it's just one swing that we saw.
Yep.
And I'm going to say we're going to talk about what we wish that we love this swing, and we're going to talk about why we think it could be even better. Stop. So toe touch. He is launching at the ball. Right now, he's got his elbow here. His first move is this way, right? Like he's coming through and staying tight to his body, which I love.
Stay there, Lloyd. Yeah, don't move too far. Stay there. And as I see this too, it's tight. It's a great spot. But for me, it is almost like that's the first move that we get right there. And I'm like, if I froze you right there and I said, hey, do you think you're at the most productive, most explosive, most powerful spot that you could be in? I think we could all sit here and say, there's a little more in the tank.
Definitely.
And not understand that doesn't mean that he's in a bad spot at all. But it's scary to think, hey, a guy that's 6'3", that's that long, that has some power.
You
like,
just want Oppo double.
Oppo double, that easy of a swing. You're like, wow, you mean there's more in that tank? I think there is.
No doubt. I agree. I think if he gets a little bit more separation back here, and people call it a scapula, that's what I would like to call it. It's basically the rubber band effect. You're not pushing your hands back. You're getting in your back here. So when you stride, you're generating that rubber band effect, which means your hands necessarily aren't moving back, but you're striding and they're staying there.
And they're keeping you back as well. If that makes any sense.
You're kind of stacked over your backside. So get back to when he's offering at the pitch, because I'm going to show you what he does really well. And we both love this. So right when he starts to offer at it, I want you to stop it. Right there. All right. So right now, when you're looking at this, that you're talking about, does he have more in the tank? Before that, yeah. But then, okay, now he's offering at it. That is about as powerful of a spot that, from where he was at in the stance, that he could possibly be, because his hands aren't away from his body. He's not out here with his lower half. He is super tight with his hands.
Boom, that's the word there.
Keeping it absolutely.
That's the word there.
Super tight.
I love the path. I think the path is very, very, very elite. When I look at it, I like to talk about, it seems like he understands the concept of making his move with his body, with his figure inside of the baseball. Because now if you're able to do that, you're able to give the barrel of the bat the opportunity to get into the zone early, and you're able to give the barrel of the bat the opportunity to work through the entire zone, as opposed to the thought of maybe taking your hands or the knob straight to the ball. Well, that's fine, but you better be absolutely elite with hand-eye, because you're going to have a very, very, very short window to make really good contact. By being able to make his move inside of the baseball and not basically at the baseball, now you're allowing that bat to work through that zone the whole way.
And another part of this is, you see his head. he's behind the baseball, right? Like he's offering at it, and it's hard because I'm sitting down, but he's offering at it, but he's behind the baseball. He's not offering at it, and he's out front of it, right, with his eyes. He's behind the baseball, so he's seeing the baseball. And so when he's – and the beauty of this is when you watch this, when he finishes the swing, this pitch just kind of gets in on him.
Yeah.
Right? Like he doesn't get full extension. So it's kind of in, but he's so tight to his body, and he's so good with where he needs to be position-wise, that contact, that even though that ball's inside, he's able to drive that to right center, and that tells me that he's in a really good spot.
Yeah, and to add on that too is like once you see him get to contact, if you watch basically like his back arm, his backside, it's still going to and absolutely all the way through the pitcher, which lets me know that the direction's elite, the path is elite, and that's what's given him the opportunity to take a pitch that got in on him a little bit, but still be able to hit it to right field for a double, and an easy double, obviously. Like, watch his back arm and how it's still – watch the bat still going straight forward, all the way forward through the baseball. It doesn't come out of the zone, straight forward.
You see a lot of people talk about palm up, palm down, right? So, like, when you're offering – and you come here, you want palm up and palm down kind of thing, right? And you watch his finish. He is here, and he's getting through it, and his palm up, his palm down. He stays through it. Watch out. See? You see how it keeps coming through? And that is a really good
and here's another thing, too. Like, if you go back a little bit, I think a lot of people teach this. I think a lot of people talk about this. But the thought process of your hands needing to be above the barrel and people not understanding the angles, stop it right here, the angles of the barrel as it goes through the zone, that barrel's pointing downward, right? That barrel's not straight ahead. It's not parallel in the zone, and it's damn sure not going down here. That barrel has gotten in the zone, and it is traveling under his hands where his hands are above the barrel through the entire swing. That matters.
Yep.
That matters.
It's a great swing.
And if you
Great
go back
result.
a little bit too, Lloyd, what I love too is we talked about the tempo early, right? But we'll get to, and I'll tell you when to stop it. Go ahead and stop it right here where this heel strike is, right? So he's right now, this is at his launch position. He will be able to pull the trigger at any point right here, right? Tell me if you see a baseball yet. You don't. Meaning he understands timing and rhythm and all of those things. He's at a spot right here where I'm ready to pull the trigger and the ball isn't even in the frame yet. Right? So now I don't have to be early. I could be a little bit late. I have time to see the baseball from my last spot, right? That's why I said the heel strike, because that's where I'm ready to go. Like I'm making the decision. I can go now. And when you're at that spot and you're able to do that, a lot of things can happen. And it allows you to be able to make this move that he's making where he's staying inside of something seemingly that got in on him a little bit.
No doubt. And you look at this, like you look at his lower half. So when he decides he's foot's down, he's ready to offer at it, there's no drift with his hips. There's no drift with the lower half. It is, hey, I'm here, and I'm gonna get after it. With
everything's turning around what is his head. That head's a center spot that pretty much stays still, and now the body is moving around the head.
Right. Like, boom, toe touch, head stops moving, and now he's got all that. That is a great swing. And the ball got in on him. He hit drive opposite field double. Like, that is picture perfect.
And at the end of it, too, when we talk about direction and path, when you get a ball that gets in on you and you're able to drive it the other way, and look at how balanced he is at the end of this swing. If he wanted to, he could literally walk straight towards the pitcher at the end of this if he really wanted to. That's how balanced he is in the swing.
Yep.
I mean, look at that.
Great swing. Great swing. So
that plays.
Definitely plays, right? And we know how talented our pitching staff is, right? And so the fact that he's able to do that right now, it tells me he's in a really good place going into the beginning of the season. You're going to see a lot of that. We're going to try to break down a little bit more as the season goes on, but that is a good start.